You're listening to Profit Without Worry, episode number 140. Content marketing tests are the best way to find your audience, clarify your message, and learn how to attract people with your own voice. But how do you know what will resonate? On this episode of Profit Without Worry, I'm sharing 3 things you need to know to make your content experiments successful. Hey there, I'm Michelle Evans, and this is the show where coaches, experts, and business owners like us get real about what it takes to create a profitable online business. I can tell you from experience that nonstop hustle plus random acts of marketing do not equal success. So how do we attract a steady flow of clients and sales without all the hustle? This is the Profit Without Worry podcast. Hey there, welcome back and thanks for tuning in. So, have you checked out the brand new free resource created just for you? It's a tell-all article that I wrote called The Real Reason Proven Marketing Formulas Have Stopped Working. And in it, I name names. I show proof of how the syndicate shaped the online marketing industry, and I show you why those pesky proven marketing formulas are no longer working. And I'm here to tell you it's not you. It's the system. I'm going to link to the article in today's show notes, which you can find at profitwithoutworry.com/episode-140, or you can go to profitwithoutworry.com/article. All right, let's go and dive into today's show. Here's a pop quiz for you. When's the last time you ran a content marketing test? Today? Yesterday? Last week? Last month? Never? Are you asking what the heck is a content marketing test? Well, my friend, you are in the right place. To get started with content marketing experiments, you simply have to start with where you are, with the skills you currently have, and focus on the problem you want to help others solve. And yes, that was a big old run-on sentence. And the best part for you is that content marketing experiments are fast and easy to test with your current skills and your current tech. You don't need to go learn anything new. Look, content marketing tests are the best way to find your audience. It's the best way to clarify your message, and it's the best way to learn how to attract people with your own voice. In the corporate setting, we'd run these types of tests all the time on ad copy and various messaging campaigns. We had full spreadsheets tracking every single test we were running and really putting a process in place. But you don't need to be that formal or, run that many crazy tests. In fact, it can be pretty darn simple. I first got this idea, this aha, after seeing Denise Duffield-Thomas. She's the author of Get Rich, Lucky Bitch, and the creator of a few really excellent programs on money, the law of attraction, and other less tangible things. Like these are things that people talk about, but they're not things that you can touch or see. What I noticed in a couple of Facebook groups that we were both in is that Denise would pop in once or twice a week to answer questions people asked. Sounds really simple, right? Sometimes she'd give an answer right there and often get great feedback on her answer. Other times she'd link off to a blog post or a video or a podcast or some other resource that she had created. And it was almost as if she was reading people's minds. She had a toolkit of content that she could just whip out and provide as people are asking these questions. Well, here's the not so secret. Denise didn't read anyone's mind, but what she was doing brilliantly, and she continues to do to this day, is that she listens. She knows exactly the types of questions her eventual buyers will ask because she's done this work for years. And now she does have a full arsenal of social media, blog, videos, lead magnets, and more that seem to magically attract her audience. But it's not magic. She's just super disciplined and consistent in doing content marketing experiments and really listening to the questions people have and their feedback. In fact, this is what I started doing when I began offering my mini offers to people to see what they were interested in buying from me. And for my audience, my Facebook group worked as, Facebook groups that I was in, they worked as well for me. So you're probably wondering, do I have to do this on Facebook? And the answer is nope, not at all. The first question I have for you is, where do you believe that your audience is hanging out? Are your buyers on Facebook? And if they're on Facebook, are they on Facebook for the purpose of what you sell? Or are they somewhere else looking for information on what you sell? Somewhere like Reddit, Quora, LinkedIn, Twitter, I don't know, even TikTok or YouTube or, any number of places. Figure out where you believe your audience is hanging out and see if you can find questions they're asking related to what you do. If you can't find any posts or questions or groups or chats or anything about what you do, you're probably hanging out in the wrong place or looking at the wrong audience. Score 1 for a content marketing test. Yes, even when you strike out, you're winning. When you can rule out places that your audience does not hang out, that's exactly what you want to do, because then all right, I don't have to worry about Twitter. My people are not there looking for this. I can focus my efforts somewhere else. And when you can rule out audiences who aren't really interested in buying what you sell and what you do, that's a huge bonus too. Every test gets you one step closer to figuring out your own unique path to success. And if you do find your audience, you're still a winner, because now you know where they're at and what they're asking. Score! It's really about the mindset, right? But there are a few catches to do content marketing experiments correctly. Ready? Catch number 1, you've got to be willing to listen and respond. Catch number 2, you've got to be willing to be a little bit messy and not totally buckled up. And catch number 3, you've got to be willing to take test feedback. So let's dive into these catches. All right, number 1 is all about listening. This is probably the hardest thing for most of us to do. It's so much easier to show up in Facebook groups on promo day and do a drive-through link drop for something on our own site and then leave. I know that I have been guilty of doing that on more than one occasion myself, and whenever I do, I'm like, oh, that's not how I wanted to show up. To do this well, though, you've got to be willing to listen. You need to be willing to go onto whatever platform your people are on and really listen to what they're asking, to the frustrations that they're sharing, to the complaints that they're sharing, to the wins that they're sharing. Listen and be willing to respond. Respond with insights. Respond with congratulations. Respond with your own story about how you got through whatever they're sharing. But this is about responding as you, the human, not you, the business owner, or you, the salesperson. It's about not overthinking your response, but responding from a deeper place of trying to connect and help someone else. The best part about this, you'll hit on a response or two that really, really resonate with people. And it will feel so natural and so easy that you can easily do it again and again. You're not having to pretend. You're like, okay, this is just like normal day-to-day stuff that I'd share. Or you'll share something that is super confusing to people. They'll be like, I don't get it. Or it'll be totally crickets. They'll ask questions and not respond because they just don't understand what you're talking about. Believe it or not, that's a win. I mean, either way, it's a win. You're testing content marketing ideas and learning more about what your audience responds to, positively or negatively. And that's a good thing. Number 2, be messy. I'm not going to lie, this is a really tough one for me. I like to be buttoned up and prepared when I go public with anything. And I know it's the recovering corporate perfectionist in me. It just is something that I constantly have to battle on myself. But what I found is that when I try to think my way into a perfect message or think my way into a perfect freebie or a webinar or whatever, It will be really, really hard, number one, to get that piece of content done. And number two, I can almost guarantee you it won't resonate. When I try to wordsmith a message to death or overthink snappy, cool titles, they don't work. What works is being willing to be messy and speaking directly to what my audience is looking for, even if it's not said in the perfect way. So if you're not a copywriter, that's okay. Listen to what your audience is asking for and respond in your own way. They'll help you refine it over time in a way that is so much more powerful than you could have ever created on your own. But you'll never get there without your first sloppy copy. So roll up your sleeves, do your best, and don't worry about being perfect. Perfection kills your business momentum, and I have that sticky note up on my monitor. Perfection kills my business momentum. All right, number 3. Here's a biggie. Feedback. It's just feedback, my friend. This is a mindset, and it's absolutely critical to doing content marketing experiments and really to even just building a business. If you put content marketing experiments, I don't know why I keep saying experiments out that bomb, that's simply feedback. It means nothing about your value, who you are, or how worthy you are, or if you're going to find success. It just means, it's not really resonating with people. Please hear me on this, because this is probably the biggest holdup for everyone. We put out 1 or 2 things that flop, and suddenly we retreat back into the shadows and we're trying to get everything perfect before going public again. I know I do that. I know lots of clients and students of mine who've done that. Pretty much every one of them. And I know that that is not how we grow and change. So don't do that. Feedback, positive or negative, it's just feedback. So if you have something that does really well, awesome, take it, learn from it, grow from it. If you have something that bombs, awesome, take it in, learn from it, grow from it. Either way, feedback, positive or negative, says nothing about your value or your worth. It is just feedback. And the most important thing is to keep moving forward. So there you go, my friend. You can do content experiments in the next hour. Definitely in the next 24 hours. All you have to do is put a post together. Or if you love doing a video, put a video out there. Just, take your phone, step outside and record a little video with a message and just see what happens. And you're going to get that much closer to finding your own message, your own style, your own audience, and your own voice and your own next offer just by doing these little baby experiments. It simply takes being willing to put yourself out there, even if it's messy, even if it's not said right, even if you need a haircut, whatever. Are you brave enough to take that next step? I hope that you say yes, because that's how you'll move forward with confidence in your own business. So there you go. I'd love to hear from you. What type of content experiments have you done or are you doing? How did they go? What did you learn? What, big thought popped into your head about why you can't do it right now? Hit me up on social media or email me, Michelle@MichelleLEvans.com. And as you were listening to this, did you think of someone who could use these insights, or a group of someones who could use these insights about creating profit without worry? If you can think of someone, could you do both of us a favor and share this episode with them? It's really easy to do from whatever podcasting app you're listening on, or just share the URL for today's show, which is profitwithoutworry.com/episode-140, and your friend can listen right there. And don't forget to go read the article, The Real Reason Proven Marketing Formulas Have Stopped Working. You can get that at today's show notes or profitwithoutworry.com/article so that you can see what it takes to create a movement with your marketing. All right, I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll see you back here next week. Same time, same place, on another great episode of Profit Without Worry. See you then.